Understandable English podcast.
Learn English the easy way.
I think I lasted 6 minutes without my phone this morning, and honestly, those were the longest 6 minutes of my life.
6 minutes? Welcome back to the Understandable English podcast. Bryan, that's not a digital detox. That's a slow elevator ride.
I knew you were going to say that. I put my phone on a shelf, made coffee, looked out the window, and immediately started wondering if I had missed 14 important messages and possibly a national emergency.
The funny thing is that most of us know that feeling. Nothing is happening, but our brains still expect something to happen.
Exactly, and hello to everyone listening while driving, walking, cooking, cleaning, or secretly listening at work. I need support today because my relationship with my phone is becoming emotionally complicated.
I think many listeners will understand that. If this sounds like you, leave a like. It helps the channel, and it also proves Bryan is not alone.
Thank you. I need that. The reason I tried a no-phone day is simple. I realized I was checking my phone constantly. Not because I needed something, just because there was a phone nearby.
That habit can become very automatic. Sometimes people unlock their phones and forget why they picked them up in the first place.
I do that all the time. Last week I opened one app, got distracted by another app, watched 3 videos, read 2 comments, and somehow ended up learning about medieval castles.
Did you have a reason to learn about medieval castles?
Not even a little bit. I live in an apartment. A castle would create parking problems.
That's a reasonable concern.
The scary part is that I can lose an hour without noticing. One minute I'm checking the weather, and the next minute I'm watching a stranger explain why a specific type of spoon changed history.
The internet is very good at keeping people interested.
Maybe too good? I think my attention span is getting smaller. Sometimes I start reading an article and then suddenly want to check something else before I finish the first sentence.
You're not the only one. Many people feel like their attention is being pulled in 10 different directions all day.
And then we wonder why we're tired. That's the weird part. Sometimes I feel exhausted even when I haven't done anything physically difficult.
Digital exhaustion is real. Your brain is processing information constantly. Notifications, messages, videos, headlines, advertisements. It adds up.
Speaking of notifications, mine are completely out of control. My phone buzzes so often that sometimes I think it's vibrating even when it's not.
I've heard a lot of people say that. It's like your brain starts expecting interruptions.
Exactly, and every interruption feels small, but together they create this constant feeling of mental noise.
I think that's a good way to describe it. Mental noise. Not loud enough to notice immediately, but always present in the background.
Something else happens too. I compare my life to people online. I know it's not logical, but I still do it.
That's very common.
I'll see someone traveling through Europe, someone starting a successful business, someone running a marathon, and someone renovating a beautiful house. Meanwhile, I'm celebrating because I remembered to buy toothpaste.
Honestly, remembering toothpaste is a useful achievement.
See, that's why talking to you is relaxing. You respect ordinary victories?
Because ordinary life matters. Most people are living normal days, not posting highlights every hour.
That's true. We compare our everyday reality to somebody else's best moments.
And that comparison is usually unfair.
You know what really surprised me during my failed no-phone day? Around lunchtime, I accidentally left my phone at home and went for a walk.
What happened?
At first, I felt nervous. I kept reaching into my pocket and finding nothing. It was like my hand was confused. But after about 15 minutes, I started noticing things around me.
Like what?
Trees, dogs, the weather. A bakery that had apparently existed for years. I suddenly realized how much I normally miss because I'm looking at a screen.
That's interesting because I experience something similar when I go for walks. Quiet moments can make everyday things feel more noticeable.
I used to think quiet was boring. Now I'm starting to think quiet might actually be useful.
I secretly enjoy silence, so this is a very exciting moment for me.
I knew it. You're one of those people who can sit alone with tea and somehow have a wonderful time.
I can, and I highly recommend it.
That sounds suspiciously healthy.
It probably is.
I think modern life makes us feel like every second it needs to be productive, entertaining, or optimized.
And that creates pressure. Sometimes people don't need more stimulation. They need a little space to think.
That makes sense. When my brain is full of information all day, even small decisions feel harder.
Because your attention never gets a chance to rest.
That's probably why everybody feels tired all the time. We work, we scroll, we answer messages, we watch videos, and then we wonder why our brains feel crowded.
I think many people will recognize that feeling. Tell us in the comments if you've ever tried spending a few hours away from your phone. I'm curious what happened.
Some people are going to say they felt peaceful. Other people are going to say they lasted 4 minutes and then checked social media from another device.
Both answers are completely believable.
Before we finish, let's do our vocabulary tour.
Good idea. These are phrases that people actually use in everyday conversations.
First phrase, figure something out, meaning find a solution or understand something. Example, I couldn't figure out why my phone battery kept dying.
Second phrase, run into a problem, meaning experience a difficulty unexpectedly. Example, we ran into a problem when the internet stopped working.
Third phrase, keep in mind, meaning remember an important piece of information. Example, keep in mind that not everything online is real.
Fourth phrase, get caught up in, meaning become involved in something without noticing how much time is passing. Example, I got caught up in videos and forgot to make dinner.
Fifth phrase, cut back on, meaning reduce the amount of something. Example, I'm trying to cut back on screen time before bed.
Sixth phrase, zone out, meaning stop paying attention for a short period. Example, I zoned out during the meeting because I was tired.
Seventh phrase, keep up with, meaning stay informed or stay at the same pace. Example, it's hard to keep up with all the news online.
Eighth phrase, clear your head, meaning relax and reduce mental stress. Example, I went for a walk to clear my head after work.
These phrases are extremely useful in real conversations. If you want to practice English, write one of them in the comments and make your own sentence.
That really helps move vocabulary from passive understanding to active use.
You sound like a teacher when you say that.
Only for a few seconds.
Fair enough. I think my final conclusion is that phones aren't evil. The internet isn't evil. I still enjoy both.
I agree. The goal isn't to avoid technology completely.
The goal is probably balance.
And balance is usually more realistic than perfection.
I like that answer. It feels achievable.
It also feels kinder. Most people don't need dramatic changes. Small habits can make a big difference.
Well, this conversation made me feel calmer than I expected.
That's a nice way to end the day.
Thanks for spending time with us, everyone. Tell us in the comments how you deal with digital exhaustion, and if you enjoyed the episode, we'd appreciate a like.
We always enjoy hearing your stories, and we hope today's conversation gave you a chance to relax and practice some English. Bye, everyone, and take care.
Bye, everyone. Before we go, here's my summary. I tried to figure something out, ran into a problem, got caught up in scrolling, forgot to keep in mind my own rules, tried to cut back on screen time, zoned out completely, couldn't keep up with my no phone challenge, and finally went for a walk to clear my head.
That sounds exactly like you.